They used to call me just a dumb donkey, the type that works all day, eats when told, and dreams of nothing more than a pile of hay. But one day, while humans argued about stocks and crypto, I realized something. They weren't smarter than me. They were just louder. They called it the market. I called it a circus. Everyone shouting, chasing, panicking. No logic, just emotion, dressed up as intelligence. So I started watching. Every time people got excited, prices went up. Every time they panicked, prices went down. It didn't take genius to see the pattern. It took patience. And patience. That's one thing donkeys have plenty of. You mock us for being slow, but slow keeps you alive. That's when I decided I'd stop carrying loads for others and start making my own money work. If they could invest with fear and greed, I could invest with common sense. Call it the donkey method. Move steady, think long, ignore noise. Most folks want to get rich fast. I wanted to stay rich slow. That's the difference between a fool with luck and a donkey with a plan. Stick around, because I'm about to tell you the moment I realized even a stupid donkey can outsmart Wall Street. I remember the day I made my first move. No fancy broker, no shiny suit, just a donkey with a few dollars and a brain full of curiosity. I didn't buy what everyone was screaming about. I bought what everyone ignored. You see, humans love trends. They follow noise like flies to sugar. But I knew real value hides where no one's looking. I started small. While people laughed, saying, "What does a donkey know about investing?" I kept quiet. I studied how money behaves, how it gets scared, greedy, desperate. Markets are just mirrors of human emotion. And let me tell you, emotions are terrible at math. My first investment didn't double overnight. It barely moved. But while others chased new hype, I stayed. I watched it grow, inch by inch, like grass after the rain. That's when I understood something powerful. Wealth isn't built by motion, it's built by direction. Humans run in circles chasing fast profits. Donkeys move forward, one steady step at a time. And that, my friend, is how small money starts turning into something serious. But patience alone isn't enough. There's another rule most investors break before they even begin, and it's the one that nearly broke me too. When I started investing, I made one big mistake. I talked too much. I told humans about my plan, my patience, my little wins. And what did they do? They laughed. They said, "That's too slow. You'll never make real money like that." Some even tried to advise me, telling me to take bigger risks, move faster, borrow more. But here's the truth I learned the hard way. The louder you are about your goals, the easier they are to crush. Everyone wants to sound smart, but no one wants to be quiet and consistent. Silence is where discipline grows. So I shut my mouth. I stopped explaining and started compounding. No announcements, no proof, just progress. Because money loves silence. It multiplies when no one's watching. The second you start showing off, distractions follow. Comparison, ego, bad decisions. You ever notice how real investors don't brag? They don't need to. Their results speak louder than words. The herd brays, the wise donkey walks. So I made a vow. From that day on, I'd build quietly and let curiosity do the talking. And soon enough, it did. Because what happened next made even the humans stop and stare. Every investor learns the hard way that loss is part of the ride. I was no different. One morning I woke up, checked my account, and saw my first real hit. Money gone, just like that. For a moment I felt like the fool they said I was. The smart humans laughed again, calling it proof that a donkey shouldn't play with numbers. But they didn't understand. Losing isn't failure, it's tuition. You pay to learn what greed won't teach. That day, I didn't sell. I didn't panic. I just watched, studied, took notes. I realized every dip carries two lessons, one for the market and one for your ego. Most people fail because they only learn the first. They fix the numbers but never fix themselves. So I kept investing. Smarter this time. I stopped expecting perfection and started respecting risk. You can't control the storm, but you can control how long you stay under it. That's when I stopped fearing loss. It became my greatest mentor, because money lost with intention always returns wiser, and when it does, it comes back wearing armor. That's how a donkey grows into an investor. One fall, one rise, one lesson at a time. Humans hate waiting. You want faster Wi-Fi, faster results, faster wealth. But real money doesn't sprint. It walks like me. Slow, steady, and stubborn. When I first started investing, I wanted instant proof that it worked. I checked charts every hour like a fool expecting grass to grow faster just because he stares at it. That obsession almost broke me, because when you watch every tick, every dip feels like disaster. Then I realized something. Impatience is the silent thief of fortune. It makes you quit right before compounding starts doing its magic. The first months of saving and investing are painful because nothing seems to move, but under the surface your discipline is quietly taking root. Wealth doesn't appear suddenly. It reveals itself to those who wait long enough not to ruin it. So I trained myself to wait. I stopped chasing quick flips and started trusting time. That's when everything changed. My money began to grow not because I found a secret trick, but because I finally stopped interrupting the process. Patience isn't weakness, it's financial muscle. Every calm moment in chaos builds strength, and that's how I turned boredom into profit. People think success comes from big leaps, but it's the small steps that build mountains. When I started investing, I used to ignore tiny gains. $10, $20, who cares? Then one day I looked back, and those crumbs had turned into a loaf. That's when it hit me. Consistency beats intensity every single time. The donkey who keeps walking gets farther than the horse that sprints and collapses. Humans chase explosions. I chase accumulation. Every small win trained my mind to focus on progress, not perfection. Each profit, each wise decision, each time I resisted spending, became a brick in my financial wall. It wasn't luck. It was repetition. And repetition, my friend, is the quiet engine of success. The real trick is to celebrate progress without stopping for applause. Don't underestimate those tiny victories. They teach you confidence, control, and direction. Big money is just small money that never got spent. That's the secret. Stack your wins, no matter how small, until they become unstoppable momentum. Because while others brag about what they'll do someday, the donkey keeps walking, and someday arrives quietly for him first. If you want to know why you're broke, don't check your wallet. Check your habits. When I looked at mine, I saw the problem wasn't my income. It was my instincts. Every time I earned more, I found a new way to waste it. It wasn't lack of opportunity, it was lack of control. Wealth doesn't demand genius. It demands discipline. And discipline starts when you stop lying to yourself. Humans love to blame everything but their choices. The market, inflation, the government, bad luck. But the truth is, your reflection is your real opponent. You can't out-earn bad behavior. You can't invest your way around impulse. Until you change your daily actions, you'll keep chasing the same carrot forever. I started treating every dollar like a worker. Each one had a job to build, to multiply, to protect. And I stopped hiring lazy dollars. No more spending to look successful. I wanted results, not appearances. That's when I noticed my money started to obey me, because I finally learned to respect it. Fix your habits, and your balance will fix itself. That's the moment when wealth stops being theory and becomes a lifestyle. Temptation doesn't knock. It sneaks in dressed as a good idea. It sounds like, you deserve it. It's just this once, or life is short. That's how humans lose their focus, one purchase at a time. I've seen people build for months and destroy it in a weekend. The truth is, the biggest threat to your wealth isn't the market. It's your mood. You can recover from a crash, but not from constant self-sabotage. One day I almost fell for it too. I saw something shiny, convinced myself I'd earned it. But deep down, I knew it wasn't a reward. It was a relapse. I walked away, and that walk was worth more than any profit I'd made that month. Because every time you say no to impulse, you say yes to freedom, Discipline isn't built in silence, it's tested in temptation. Anyone can save when life is calm. The real investors stay calm when everything screams, "Buy it now." Learn to enjoy saying, "No, it's not deprivation, it's direction." Every moment you resist what's easy, you reinforce what's eternal. And that's when your money starts serving you, not the other way around. One morning I looked around and realized something had changed. I wasn't chasing money anymore. Money was following me. Not because I got lucky, but because I finally stopped acting like everyone else. The herd keeps running toward comfort. I chose direction. I learned that real wealth isn't about owning more. It's about needing less. Every dollar I saved was a piece of freedom I'd never have to beg for again. The old me wanted applause. The new me wanted peace. I stopped explaining my goals, stopped comparing, stopped rushing. I became obsessed with process, not outcome. You know you've evolved when silence feels richer than validation. I used to carry loads for others. Now my money carries loads for me. That's the essence of the donkey method. Slow steps, strong patience, simple logic. It's not glamorous, but it works. While the crowd screams for shortcuts, I just keep walking because time rewards endurance, not noise. If you've ever felt stuck, remember this. Every fool wants quick riches, but the wise build quiet empires. Stay steady, stay stubborn, and let discipline turn you from worker into winner.